Namaste, beloved. How are you? My name is Syma, and I am an international sacred feminine and spiritual coach, healer, and author. And I would love to talk to you today about one of my favorite topics, which is how to deepen divine romantic soulmate love. So I've had the blessing of helping so many women all over the world in manifesting their soulmates through my 90-day Manifest Soulmate Love transformation program, and even people who read my book, Manifest Soulmate Love, 8 Essential Steps to Attract Your Beloved. And then they're following up with how to deepen their soulmate love. So if you are in a new relationship or you've been married for decades, I hope that these teachings will support you in how to really deepen into all the gifts and blessings of your blessed partnership and union with your beloved. So of course, as a sacred feminine coach, I will be sharing some goddess coaching and feminine archetypes to support you on this path to awakening and deepening the love that you already have in your life. So the first goddess on our path here is, of course, Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And I'm so excited. I'm doing a online goddess circle dedicated to Aphrodite and becoming a goddess of love. And you can't have love without Aphrodite, right? So Aphrodite is so essential because when we neglect her within ourselves, there's no romance left, there's no desire in our marriage or in our partnerships, right? So Aphrodite is your sacred feminine sensuality, your desire, your pleasure, your zest for life, and as well as your own self-esteem as a woman, your self-worth as a woman, right? How much you love and honor yourself. This is the part of you that's so completely comfortable in your femininity, being vulnerable and being receptive, because we can't deepen intimacy without vulnerability. So Aphrodite is that part of you that values and knows the sacred importance of being vulnerable, because only when you bare yourself can you really invite someone in, right? Invite your beloved in to deepen at that really intimate level. Aphrodite is born from the sea foam of the Aegean Sea, where Kronos had castrated Uranus's genitals, and so when they fell into the tumultuous sea, from the foam Aphrodite arises, nude and from a scallop shell, and she's just radiant and beautiful and completely in her sexuality. So we need to make sure that we are staying centered in our own sensuality, our sexuality, and honoring as women that part of us that knows how to be vulnerable, because when her nudity is also a symbol or a metaphor for spiritual nudity, as in how can you bear it all with your beloved, and only in bearing it all by feeling so safe and centered in yourself that it is safe and right for me to open up, to ask for support if I need it, or to share my authentic feelings when I feel vulnerable and scared, to speak my truth, to bare my soul, to show every part of me that even I don't love, right? And coming to a place where you love and accept and appreciate every part of yourself as Aphrodite does. That's why I do a lot of Aphrodite work before you fall in love. So in the Manifest Soulmate Love program and training, that's where we make sure that you already become a goddess of love, so that you attract, by the time the love comes into your life, you're already in this place of self-love. And if you're already in a relationship and self-love is something you're working on, just know, my love, that one of the most essential ways to deepen romantic love is to deepen self-love. Okay, and to love yourself and accept yourself and honor yourself so completely that you inspire that in your beloved, that you expect that from your beloved, and that you can receive that from your beloved. All right. Another thing with Aphrodite is honoring the divine masculine. So for us women, when we are working really hard and we're self-sufficient and independent, that's beautiful, right? I'm a business owner and I love it. But at the same time, we want to know how to then let go and let goddess take over. How we can soften and be receptive, right? And not have that, stay in that yang mode of overworking and overdoing and being really stressed and just on and buzzing all the time. That's not in our feminine, receptive, beautiful, luscious energy. So to honor the divine masculine and feminine, knowing that you're with your partner because if you're in a heterosexual relationship, but his masculinity. So honoring where he needs time for himself, honoring that maybe he expresses his love for you through his actions, not so much words, because us women, we're all about the feelings and expressing our feelings. So deepening love is also about creating that beautiful divine feminine balance, right? Where we can honor the masculine and appreciate the expression of love through actions, and where we can be honored by the masculine in expressing our love through our feelings and our words as well as our actions, right? So deepening this beautiful partnership is about honoring that Shiva Shakti balance, or the Aphrodite and Aries, because one of her favorite lovers is the god Aries, the god of war. So honoring that divine masculine balance can really help us to deepen in love. And one of my favorite books for that is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I recommend so many of my clients to read that book when you're in a relationship, or even beforehand, just to understand and appreciate our differences and to make sure that they're complementing and not clashing. So then, in addition to awakening Aphrodite and being centered in self-love and taking responsibility for our own happiness, and being centered in your own worth and value so that you don't need that from your partner, is having that strength of Bridget, or the triple goddess, because she is a triple goddess. And this is ensuring that even in your relationship, you are being true to yourself and your own path, right? So as the triple goddess, she's the maiden, which is the Aphrodite energy, all about love and beauty and sensuality and pleasure and being present to your lover. And by the way, that's another huge tip, is bringing your presence, because Aphrodite is sensual pleasure and love and beauty right now, right here on earth, through your senses. So deepening love with your beloved has a lot to do with being present. And one of the greatest hindrances that we have right now is technology, right? With your phone, it's always on, notifications. So when you have time with your beloved, I invite you to just put the phones aside, turn the notifications off, and eliminate all distractions, and look your beloved in the eye every time. Because I work from home, my husband comes home from work, I will do my best. Sometimes I'm still in the middle of finishing up my last email or something, but I will look him in the eye and we share a beautiful embrace and a kiss, and just I like to hold his face. I'm looking at it and I can feel him and be with him. And we've been together for 9 years, married for, well, almost 9 years, sorry, this will be our 9th year, married for over 5 years, and our love deepens, and I don't even know how to describe it. It becomes more magical as the years go by, right? And we fall deeper and deeper in love with each other. And a lot of this has to do with honoring our own paths. So Eric, my husband, I'm always encouraging him and empowering him to do what he loves and to focus on his passions as he is with me. And I really don't believe, in some of these myths and fears we have that as a woman you can't have it all, a career and a partnership and family and all of that. Because when you are in your own goddess energy and self, and have awakened your own goddessness, and have attracted a man who's as centered in his divine masculinity, what happens is you come together as partners to continue to flourish together, right? So you're actually empowering and supporting each other. So to this end, you don't want to overgive, right? You don't want to overgive and be critical and emasculate and enable unhealthy codependent behaviors. In your partnership, you want to inspire and empower through your own example of being true to yourself. So when, we're told you can't have it all, don't believe that. When you're with your divine partner, your true soulmate, you will love each other, honor each other, support each other, and empower each other. And so that goddess Bridget, that triple goddess, the mother energy, is where you're creating and contributing, whether or not you're a mother, right? So if you are a mother, you still want to balance that with your Aphrodite energy, making sure that you're taking time for yourself to feel sensual, to be sensual, and to feel like a woman, not just a mother. But if you're a career woman or a mother or a volunteer, that's your mothering archetype energy. And so you really want to make sure that you are honing that so you have something that's just yours, right? And so when your partner has this as well, that you both have your own contributions and passions that you are working on, it really deepens your love because you're learning how to thrive together, right? So the other thing with Bridget is to speak your truth. So the crone aspect is where you set boundaries and where you're authentic, right? So we want to make sure that we're always communicating authentically and honestly with our beloveds. And at the same time, then balancing that with my last goddess that I want to share with you today, Kuan Yin, the goddess of divine wisdom and grace and compassion. So even as we are being honest with our partners, asserting our needs, or where we need some more support, Kuan Yin will help us to do so with compassion. And this is really about always having each other's best interests at heart, knowing that you're a team and that you are partners. So of course, even in the most beautiful and evolved soulmate relationships, we will trigger each other because we're human. And that's not to be mistaken for oh no, we have this problem and are we meant to be? In fact, the very sign of a soulmate spiritual relationship is that you get triggered, right? Stuff comes up and you are willing to work on it individually and as a couple, knowing that you're a team and that you are both here to contribute to each other's growth, healing, and flourishing. So this is where Kuan Yin can really help us to stay centered in compassion. The other thing with Kuan Yin is we want to make sure, if you're really committed to deepening on a spiritual level the love that you have with your partner, that you are cultivating a spiritual relationship with yourself, with your own soul. Because, when you want that soulmate love, you have to love your own soul. You have to know your own soul. So this is, if you're single and watching this is all the prep work that you can do right now. You have a beautiful opportunity to get to know your soul, to begin a meditation practice and spiritual practices, maybe get to know about the goddess, right? But if you're in a relationship, you want to continue to deepen into your own spiritual path, your practices, feminine practices that help you connect with the goddess within, help you to see the divine within your partner, so that when you're merging, it is the union of God, goddess. And that really is what soulmate love is. It's seeing each other through the eyes of God or goddess and loving the God, goddess within each other and uniting that as this beautiful divine flame and experiencing that ecstasy on every level, physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and just having these constant blissful, timeless experiences where you're just in your bubble of love. So these are just a few key tips I would love to share with you. I hope that they support you and inspire you. There's so much on this topic that I could share. So there will be more videos in the future on this, but let me know how this has supported you and which tip really resonated with you, which is going to really help you. And if you want to go deeper, I would love to invite you to join my Awakening Aphrodite, Becoming a Goddess of Love online seminar / circle. We call it a circle, but it's like an online class or workshop. And I'll leave a link for you if you'd like to join that. And I would love for you to learn, because I will be deepening into all of this with Aphrodite and doing some healing work, intensive healing work through guided meditation, giving you rituals and practices and coaching questions. And then we share and support each other in our private Facebook group with our Circle Goddess Sisters. So you can join me with that. I would love for you to join me and visit me at flourishinggoddess.com, where I can share with you a free guided meditation. And it's just awakening all these goddesses. Kuan Yin is there, Aphrodite is there, and I'm sure Bridget is there as well. So you'll meet these and 11 more goddesses, because there's 14. So that meditation is at flourishinggoddess.com. Come on over there and sign up and receive that, my love. I hope this has supported you. I love to see your comments, so please comment, please like and subscribe. And of course, you're welcome to join me on Facebook and Instagram, where I can share a little more day to day. So I'm thanking you with all my heart, and I'm wishing you so much love, deeper love in your beloved, beautiful spiritual soulmate relationship that you've called in. Congratulations on that. And know that this is how God loves us. This is just one of the most beautiful ways that we can experience divine love. So I'm sending you all my love as you deepen love in your own life and partnership. Namaste.